Welcome Park Facebook group. Today for the tip of the week, we're going to talk about high-speed tooling on a Legacy Titan. Before we jump into that, as everybody's aware, we still deal with COVID-19. We want to keep everybody safe and healthy, but these masks do not make us sound clearer on this video. So today, Sean and myself will be removing our masks, but we're going to maintain a 6-8 foot distance or more the whole time so we can, follow the CDC guidelines. Back to the Titan. So what's one way you might be able to get more throughput in your shop? High-speed tooling on your Titan. Well, with the Titan 2000 and 1000 series, we've developed some kits to increase the water flow at both the halo and at the spindle. Today, Sean's going to walk us through what we might do to increase that. It is a self-install. He'll walk you through the components. I think he's going to show you it's a pretty easy upgrade to make on your existing machine. Sean?
So as Joe said, it was important to make this a self-install. So we have two different kits that we developed for you. Starting off right here would be the Halo upgrade. We have a Halo upgrade and a spindle upgrade. You cannot do the spindle upgrade without first upgrading the lines to your Halo. So all I did is I went to our website and I printed off this how-to guide for installing this kit. So if you see here, these are the components for the Halo kit, and then we'll also pan down just very simple tools needed, and they're all indicated on the self-help guide for what you need to make this happen. So the main thing is we're going to increase our water line to the machine. So again, we're just replacing components on the Titan itself. The house pressure and the house water lines, that's really on you. We're recommending that you have 2 3/4 inch drops going to the machine. Optimal though would be as if you had a 1 4-inch line drops down to 2 1-inch drops. So because we're going to be bringing recycled water to the Halo and fresh water to the spindle. For your 2000 series Titan owners, you'll notice that we have this here. This is going to bolt to the side of your machine. This is the exact same components that you have on the machine, but what we found as we're trying to take this stuff apart and increase the water lines, the barbs, the fittings, we're breaking this manifold. So this will help you just bolt it in place. Joe, do you want to talk about health checks?
Yes. So something that's very important, if you're going to be moving to high-speed tooling, it's important all the time on the Titan, but we want to maintain that machine at factory spec. And if it's not at factory spec, it's just going to be amplified if you're pushing speed limits with high-speed tooling. So our owner's manual can tell you how to do it. If you're not quite comfortable doing it, or if you think, you know what, I really want an expert to come in, you can hire us to do a ProGuard health check. We'll be happy to come in. Our technician will get it back to factory spec. He'll also teach you how to do it yourself, along with how to keep it there. So that's a real critical thing to do if you're going to be running at high-speed tools. Sean is going to take you down to that end and show you where some of these components go.
So it all starts with that manifold that I pointed out, and it's going to be mounted down here on the side of the machine. Again, if you already own a 2000 series Titan, you're just taking these 1032 bolts out and then putting the new manifold in place, and then you're hooking on the supplied water line that we gave you on these hose barbs. Good recommendation for putting these hoses on the hose barbs is use like a simple green or any degreaser in a spray bottle. You spray that hose barb, you spray the inside of that hose, it's going to slide on there much easier before you clamp it in place. So if we're just doing the Halo kit, what we're doing is we're upgrading the size of the water line. It's going to go through this Y-axis gore track here and to the back of the bridge. And then on the back of the bridge here, for this is our training center Titan. We've only upgraded the Halo at this point. So the ball valve gets replaced to a bigger ball valve. This is a pneumatic valve, so when you turn the machine on and it's going through the tooling, it turns that on, the water goes through your Halo. As you see here, we also have a manual ball valve, so if you don't want the full 20 gallons per minute to be going through there, you can choke that down. Now if you're a Titan 1000 owner, you're going to need to drill and tap holes on the side of the machine. The drill bit and the tap is included in the kit. And then you might be looking at this video and say, my pneumatic valves don't look like this. There is an additional kit that you can buy, so you can upgrade if you have a Titan 1800 or older to this style, and you can use high-speed tooling on that as well. Back to Joe.
Yeah, before Sean gets into the components up here at the workhead, at the spindle, I'm going to talk a little bit about why it's in this condition. So this is, again, Park's Training Center and R&D Center. Our R&D engineers were swapping out some components to do some different testing and whatnot. We saw that, said, you know what, we need to have that hood off so we can see all the components where they go. So this was a great time to do that video. Sean, do you want to talk a little bit about what happens up there?
Yeah, so again, I initially stated that the hose goes through the Y-axis gore track It's going to go through the X-axis gore track on the back of the bridge, and it's coming through the Z-axis gore track finally to get to your halo. In this kit, it'll detail which parts need to remove so you can safely pull that water hose through. And again, just like down below, we're giving you a new T-bracket here so that you can upgrade those fittings and you're not breaking the old one. And what's nice is it just bolts right in place where it was. And then you have new hardened lines that will go to your halo. 2000 series Titan owners, you get to reuse this halo. You're just increasing these fittings. And then the tips on the lock line are included. So you're just increasing the tip of the lock line. That's just making that larger, and that's what gets us the gallons per minute needed. So then you've upgraded your halo kit and you decided, working with my vendor, I want to upgrade my spindle. Okay, so you're over halfway there. Most of the hard work is done. Using that same manifold on the side, now you're going to add water line for the fresh to go through the spindle. Again, you'll go through the Y-axis, X-axis, and Z-axis gore track. You're adding that secondary pneumatic valve now so that the spindle can open and close and let water through there. A new flow switch is included with this so the machine doesn't shut down thinking it doesn't have enough water. And then you're ready to run high-speed tooling.
Very good. Thank you, Sean. So again, one of the key take-homes is these kits really don't create flow. They remove restrictions. What kind of flows you see is going to be totally dictated by your shop, what you have for gallons per minute available, what you have for pressure. But realistically speaking, we were seeing a lot of people getting up to 20 gallons a minute out of the halo, and frankly, through the spindle, they're going up from around 2.5 gallons to 3.5 gallons, which doesn't sound like a lot, but as a percentage, it's quite the increase. With that, you got these upgrades done, you could start running them high-speed tools, and we're hearing people pushing 400, 500, 600 inches a minute, which is a real change in throughput on that Titan. Again, we thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. The other thing we're looking for is ideas. What would you like to see in our next presentation? Put that in the comments also. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.